head coach before the game. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys?
Okay, Holly. And the Trojans headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Looking for room, it's Young. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
So now it's 2nd and long. Throwing, Lewis. Finds his man, it's Moore. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Buffaloes, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line.
28-29 belts. 28-29 belts. Ready, go.
The run inside. It's Young. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
89-19 fireball. 89-19 fireball. Ready, check. 62-24 home. 62-24 home. Ready, go.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Perry. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Might be changing the route.
Booster.
Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled him. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you've just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. And you're going to get opportunities to throw.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Bucks! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
On these critical 4th downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Barber. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll run the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Maiava. Under fire. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll keep it on the ground. Got a little grass. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Trojans want to crank the tempo. Trying to pick it up on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, I know it took their defense a second to get the ball back for the O after that last drive, but now their offense is kind of doing the same thing. They're now playing keep away. Really good job there on 3rd down, handing it off, understanding where the 1st down marker is, everybody executing, and now you got an opportunity to keep this thing going. And you're thinking pay dirt, you're thinking touchdown here.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Scanning the field, it's Maiava. Oh, he wants it all. Got it in stride at the 15.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to...
To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as a result, the defense gets the INT.
The offense changing the play. Here's Lewis to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the 1st play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Booster, booster. Still go.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Young. And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? To the ground to try to pick up the first. Might have a chance. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Buffaloes are rolling down the field. Play action with Lewis. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Lewis rushes on him. It's complete to the right. Smacks him with the stiff arm. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Welch. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throwing, Lewis. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Looking for a big play. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw. Time running short in the half. Makes the grab. It's Bowman. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Gonna take a shot. Jump ball, and he's got it. Oh, what a grab. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Looking downfield very late in the half. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the pressure. He's inside the 15. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. All the way. Touchdown, USC.
Well, he's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second and forever after the delay. Did they lose their play sheets? I mean, call a play already. Takes the handoff. It's Young. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
It'll be third and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun on third down, Lewis. Lets it fly deep downfield. intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Jordan. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. Breaks the tackle. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get the...
Guys, look at this. Surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's going for the big play. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And the Buffaloes are threatening on 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. Here's Lewis to throw. Big fella moving. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Running inside, it's Jordan. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Looking for room, it's Jordan. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. So the defense sets them up for that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. The run inside. It's Young. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. He might want another play. They go right back to it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Welsh. Finding some room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Motion from the wideout. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Buffaloes inside the final minute trying to protect the lead and the ball. Lewis. Get it out on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Running inside. It's Welch. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Now, a 4th down. Number 46.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great. The home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College. picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the BYU Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
One of the most beautiful backdrops in all of college sports. LaBelle Edwards Stadium with the mountains shining behind it. Many say it is one of the most beautiful fields you'll ever play on. 63,000 strong, the Cougars have proven to be one of the best home crowds. Their spirit and their noise makes it a tough place to play at elevation. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Buffaloes ready to kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Coverage there. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll try to do it himself. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. And the Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Martin. Strong, firm tackle.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job.
Maybe a crease. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Phillips. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to keep this guy in the pocket. They do not want to let him get outside because of that speed. His ability to extend plays makes this offense very, very unique as he's able to get the completion there to move the sticks.
Snap it to the back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Listen, sometimes you know as a quarterback, I got to scramble, I get outside the pocket, nothing's there, live to fight another down. Good job not forcing the football. Incompletion, move on.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Throwing, Lewis. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to get through the noise. It's Lewis. Zings it complete to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Here's Lewis to throw. Pick off! What a play by this defense. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The Cougars in the hurry up. They'll run it. It's Martin. Runs through a tackle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's gotten the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? A run for the quarterback. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the 1st quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble.
Booster.
Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Lewis. Here comes the heat. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Running inside. It's Martin. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Cougars! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. They'll go with a direct snap. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Timeout, Colorado. Number 97, set to kick this one.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Young. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. Here's Lewis. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Lewis. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun on third down, Lewis. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Lewis to throw for it on 4th. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on 4th down.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The offense hasn't been able to get it done on 4th down. 0 for 2 so far. They'll try to turn that around here. Lets it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Making side adjustments here. Here's Lewis to throw. Throws it deep. He's got it on the right. Off to the races. The 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
And they call this sudden change. And we talk about it up in the booth. We're hitting each other right here. Like, you got the turnover. First thing you want to do is be aggressive. Take all of that momentum and go capitalize. And what do, man? One play, a big passing play, a big answer, and big-time momentum gained in this football game.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And he's still running after the move. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. BYU right back to the line.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. He's not afraid to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long.
Q. Sweep. Freeze. Go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going deep. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Turning it on! He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout taken by BYU at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's got the back in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Booster.
Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And drops hurt as it is. But when you drop it and you know you just missed out on a touchdown, those really sting. And those concentration drops, man, it makes the quarterback hesitate whether he wants to throw the football again. That is a big missed opportunity.
1 more snap coming before halftime. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. The 50, the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Colorado. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's a great job by the defender there, backing it.
nestled in the Rocky Mountains, Folsom Field in Boulder. It's the UCF Knights and the Colorado Buffaloes. Along with Dig Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
The Colorado head coach told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you guys.
Okay, Holly. The Knights ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for the edge, it's Young. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lewis bringing the heat. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Lewis wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great... possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Fourth down, Lewis. Throwing right. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a 4th down conversion.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible. Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first?
Makes a grab and room to run. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Young. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Throwing, Lewis. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Start on the ground with Duke Watson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass, it's Barnett. He wants to go deep. He's got it down the left. It's a seam wide open. He is in! Touchdown, UCF!
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He wants to change this route. Here's Lewis to throw. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Lewis. Right down the middle. And that is incomplete. Now facing a third and long. From the gun on third down, Lewis fires to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running inside. It's Young. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Return. Level. Bubba. Hydro. Ready, go.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
And the Buffaloes will come to the line to convert on fourth down.
Sweet.
Quarterback making adjustments.
Freeze. Ready, go.
Lewis to throw for it on fourth. Moving out to the right. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Off the play fake on first down. Got it. Breaks into the open. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Leaping grab for a big gain. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's just nice patience and a great route. One-on-one, working the defender, taking his time, getting out of his break, locating the football, and making the catch just in time in bounds.
That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to throw it again. Now adjusting. Unleashes one. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Intercepted to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Sends it back in motion. run inside. It's Young. There he goes. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Might be calling a hot route. Throwing, Lewis. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Buffaloes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Here's Lewis to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Lewis to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. On the move at the 30. Oh, a lot of space. The 40. At the 20. To the house. Touchdown Knights. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
Looks as if they'll go for 2 with the subtlety of a sledgehammer with all these big guys. Trying to pound it in. Does not get there. Boy, they stopped him just short of the goal line and kept him from getting the 2.
UCF 12, Colorado 0. Number 15, set to kick off.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Break. Here we go. Check. 1852, soldier. 1852, soldier. Down. Ready. Go.
Running inside. It's Young. Picks up the first down. Oh, he's got some space. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Bucks. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Barnett. Stepping to the right. Escapes trouble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run. You got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
A handoff for Watson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Gets it to him on the screen. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas.
Looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's a give to Watson. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Knights trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Barnett. Pressure coming, and they got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Offense back on the field, ready to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their...
Going over the top. Upstairs, he's got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? The defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is hungry.
And I love linebackers, man. They just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Goes to the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Lewis. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Puts it out of the air. Turning it on. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line. In the red area, it's Young. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Pressure the 15.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To throw, it's Barnett. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab on the shot. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Wants to go right back downfield. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss, because that could have been worse.
Using his feet. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Knights kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now on the move. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together, 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
The Knights have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Past the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Colorado. The defense putting points on the board. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On the option. Now the toss. Maybe some room here. Got enough for the 1st. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. The Knights, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Guys, Colorado has the lead here and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down, we'll open up the final period. This time he wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. It'll be incomplete, trying to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
The run inside. It's Chambers. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Knights are in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
After that incompletion, fourth and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the fourth quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
To the air, it's Barnett. Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. You probably want that throwback.
A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, set him up for it.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. That catch would have given him the first down, but just a smidgen out of bounds, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And some people won't like that, but I like it.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. They've been outstanding the last couple of possessions, both times winding up in the end zone, and they've grabbed the lead.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Throwing, Lewis. Fires to the tight end. There's a crease. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Buffaloes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Might be changing the route. Direct snap. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Pulls and throws off the RPO. There he goes. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like, quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly, on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Trying to run, it's Young. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Here's Lewis to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Oh, they're after him. Got his man to the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Knights moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Buying some time. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And
he hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off to stop the threat. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40. The 20. 10. He takes it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt.